Mapusaurus. Mapusaurus, earth lizard, was a giant carcharodontosaurid carnosaurian dinosaur from the early Late Cretaceous, late Cenomanian to early Turonian stage, of what is now Argentina and Chile. Discovery: Mapusaurus was excavated between 1997 and 2001, by the Argentinian-Canadian Dinosaur Project, from an exposure of the Huincal Formation, Rio Lima subgroup, Cenomanian, at Canadon Delgado. It was described and named by paleontologists Rodolfo Coria and Phil Curry in 2006. The name Mapusaurus is derived from the Mapuche word Mapu, meaning of the land or of the earth, and the Greek sauros, meaning lizard. The type species, Mapusaurus rosei, is named for both the rose-colored rocks, in which the fossils were found, and for Rose Ledwin, who sponsored the expeditions which recovered these fossils. The designated holotype for the genus and type species, Mapusaurus rosei, is an isolated right nasal, MCF-PVPH108.1, Museo Carmen Funes, Paleontologia de Vertebrados, Plaza Huincal, Nucane. 12 paratypes have been designated, based on additional isolated skeletal elements. Taken together, the many individual elements recovered from the Mapusaurus bone bed represent most of the skeleton. Description: Mapusaurus was a large theropod, and was roughly similar in size to its close relative Giganotosaurus, with the largest known individuals estimated as about 11.5 meters, 38 feet, to 12.6 meters, 41 feet, in length or more, and weighing about 3 metric tons, 3.3 short tons, to 5 metric tons, 5.5 short tons. The longest individual, for which Coria and Curry, 2006, provided a concrete estimate in Table 1, Appendix LLL, is the animal to which femur MCF-PVPH208.203 belonged. This individual is estimated as 10.2 meters, 33 feet, long. Coria and Curry note the presence of isolated bones from at least one longer individual, but do not provide a figure, instead finding the larger bones coherent with an individual of comparable size to Giganotosaurus holotype, estimated at 12.2 meters, 40 feet, in length, although not with the same exact proportions, having taller and wider neural spines, a more elongate fibula, 86 centimeters, 34 in, compared to 83.5 centimeters, 32.9 in, but more slender, 81 to 89% the width as in Giganotosaurus, as well as a wider pubic shaft in minimal dimensions, 10% wider as indicated by a 7.8 centimeters, 3.1 in, long fragment catalogued as MCF-PVPH108.145, and with a differently proportioned skull, shorter in length than Giganotosaurus because the maxilla is not elongated, 12 teeth compared to 14 in Carcharodontosaurus, but deeper in proportion due to this, as well as narrower, due to the narrow nasals. Considering this, a fragmentary maxilla is coherent with the size of the Giganotosaurus-sized individual, MCF-PVPH108.169. A neural arch from an axis, MCF-PVPH108.83, and a scapular blade fragment are also the same exact size as the same elements in Giganotosaurus. The weight estimate of 3,000 kilograms, 6,600 pounds, is from a 1,300 millimeters, 51 in, long femur with a 455 millimeters, 17.9 in, circumference, MCF-PVPH208.234. Holtz estimated the maximum size of the animal at 12.6 meters, 41 feet. This estimate has been cited in Drew Eddy and Julia Clark, 2011, and cited again in a phylogenetic table in a 2014 analysis by Connolly et al. Gregory Paul gave a lower estimation of 11.5 meters, 37.7 feet, and 5 metric tons, 5.5 short tons. It has been determined that Mapusaurus was diagnosed on autapomorphies, or unique traits, in regions of the skeleton that Giganotosaurus does not preserve. Mapusaurus only differs from Giganotosaurus in lacking a second opening on the middle quadrant, and in some details of the topology of the nasal rugosities. Paleobiology. The fossil remains of Mapusaurus were discovered in a bone bed containing at least 7 individuals of various growth stages. Coria and Curry speculated that this may represent a long-term, possibly coincidental accumulation of carcasses, some sort of predator trap, and may provide clues about Mapusaurus behavior. Other known theropod bone beds include the Allosaurus-dominated Cleveland-Lloyd dinosaur quarry of Utah, an Albertosaurus bone bed from Alberta, and a Daspletosaurus bone bed from Montana. Paleontologist Rodolfo Coria, of the Museo Carmen Funes, Contrary to his published article, repeated in a press conference earlier, suggestions that this congregation of fossil bones may indicate that Mapusaurus hunted in groups and worked together to take down large prey, such as the immense sauropod Argentinosaurus. If so, this would be the first substantive evidence of gregarious behavior by large theropods other than Tyrannosaurus, although whether they might have hunted in organized packs, as wolves do, or simply attacked in a mob, is unknown. The authors interpreted the depositional environment of the Huincal Formation at the Canadon Delgado locality as a freshwater paleochannel deposit, laid down by an ephemeral or seasonal stream in a region with arid or semi-arid climate. This bone bed is especially interesting, in light of the overall scarcity of fossilized bone within the Huincal Formation. An ontogenetic study by Connolly et al., 2014, found that Mapusaurus displayed heterochrony, an evolutionary condition in which the animals may retain an ancestral characteristic during one stage of their life, but lose it as they develop. In Mapusaurus, the maxillary fenestrae are present in younger individuals, but gradually disappear as they mature. Classification. Cladistic analysis carried out by Correa and Curry definitively showed that Mapusaurus is nested within the clade Carcharodontosaurid. The authors noted that the structure of the femur suggests a closer relationship with Giganotosaurus than either taxon shares with Carcharodontosaurus. They created a new monophyletic taxon based on this relationship, the subfamily Giganotosaurinae, defined as all Carcharodontosaurids closer to Giganotosaurus and Mapusaurus than to Carcharodontosaurus. They tentatively included the genus Tyrannotidana in this new subfamily, pending publication of more detailed descriptions of the known specimens of that form. The following cladogram after Novas et al., 2013, shows the placement of Mapusaurus within Carcharodontosauridae. Paleoecology. As previously mentioned, the Huincal Formation is thought to represent an arid environment with ephemeral or seasonal streams. The age of this formation is estimated at 97 to 93.5 Maya. The dinosaur record is considered sparse here. Mapusaurus shared its environment with sauropods Argentinosaurus, one of the largest sauropods, if not the largest, and Cathartosaura. Abelosauroid theropods Scorpiovinator and Illicolesia also lived in the region.